Hello everyone, and welcome back to Carter's Classroom here on DKPittsburghSports.com. I'm your host, Chris Carter, NFL analyst here at DK Pittsburgh Sports, and we are here continuing our coverage of the NFL draft and players that the Pittsburgh Steelers should be considering. Today, we go back to the safety position. We've already covered Justin Reid out of Stanford. Today, we're talking Jessie Bates III out of Wake Forest. Now, Jessie Bates is a player. He's got decent size at 6'1", 200 pounds, your ideal kind of player, but he only played 2 years in college. We're going to get into his best attributes and why he plays. Statistically speaking, in the combine, he performed decently. He had the 9th best 40-yard dash at 4.5, pretty average time for a safety, but looking at his burst and how he changed directions, he had the 4th best 3-cone time. He had the 5th best 20-yard shuttle time, the 3rd best 60-yard shuttle time. This is a guy that can play in the middle of the field, change directions, and recover well to cover in space. And we're going to get into how he applied that on the field for Wake Forest. What the Steelers have been absolutely looking for in a safety for this upcoming draft is a center fielding type of free safety. They already have 2 in-the-box guys in Sean Davis and Morgan Burnett, and presumably you're thinking that Sean Davis could be that free safety this year. But my thoughts are that they're still going to go out and look for a guy that can be the guy that plays behind the defense and flies about, changing directions and helping out in the middle of the field. Jessie Bates could be that guy. We're going to show you a clip here of when he was a really good center fielder for Wake Forest. His instincts and how he reacts to what the quarterback's doing and processing what's going on, it can really be on fire at some points in time. We're going to show you a play where he was kind of playing. He was really the deep middle safety here, but he was, you'll see at the beginning of the play, he's lurking around by the linebackers, peering into the backfield, giving the sense that, hey, I'm here to spy the quarterback, or I might blitz or help against the run. When the other team, they run a post pattern and they beat Wake Forest man, the quarterback sees his man here, and when he sees his breaking off, Bates recognizes the tight end's blocking, the running back staying here, this other running back isn't doing anything. His only responsibility is going to be helping in the middle of the field. He watches the quarterback's eyes. Look at how comfortably he turns his hips, gets to the ball, gets down the field into the end zone, and is able to make a play on the ball just like he does here. So here you can see there's Bates in the back of the field. He's number 3. You know, he's a really good player for them, and he's looking and diagnosing the play. As you roll the clip, watch it where his eyes are going and how he's processing. He's like, okay, they're not running the ball. The tight end's not coming out. I don't have to help in the middle. Okay, he's looking behind me. Here, look, he breaks to the end zone, and he makes a decent play on the ball. Doesn't make the interception, but he does a great job at saving a touchdown in the red zone. This is the kind of center fielder guy that the Steelers really need to add to their defense and could really boost the depth of their secondary. A person that can help the cornerbacks when they are beat in certain positions and just caught out of place. Now, of course, the Steelers, and especially the NFL right now, you need diverse safeties that can cover both that middle of the field and can help against individual receivers and cover different routes. Bates is a guy that can line up with receivers and play them around the field. He does have the quickness and really the solid instincts you want to see in how he's able to play and diagnose where a receiver's trying to go and how he wants to play them. We're going to show you a play where he covered a corner route by a receiver deep down the field, and he wasn't lined up with him. He was playing back, kind of playing in his zone, and then reacted to what he saw. So one of the challenges is that when I'm a wide receiver and I'm running up the field, the safety often I have to determine, do I have to protect back here or do I jump on the route, and how do I jump the route? Do I get my hands on him? When do I time it? I have to judge that, and I can't get caught looking in the backfield because then the receiver could lose me by going any which way. Watch this play as you're going to see, as soon as a receiver makes this cut for the corner, Bates gets on it, gets under it, and jumps the ball right at the right time, as you see here. So here you see the receivers running down the field. All right, you see there's Jessie Bates coming into your camera view. Look at how he's backpedaling. This is the key of this play that I want to highlight right now. It's how he's backpedaling, keeping in his position. The receiver's not beating him. As soon as the receiver turns, look how quick he's out of his back pedal and he's into chase mode to get after the receiver and to cut off his route. Not only does he get into chase mode, he gets between him and the ball, makes a great play on the ball to get a pass defense, forcing the incomplete pass. This is what you want to see out of a guy that plays this type of position. Quick burst that can change directions suddenly and react to those receivers that are going to be extremely quick in the NFL. If Jessie Bates can translate this type of play to the professional level, he's going to have some success early on in the NFL as he continues to learn the game of football. Now, of course, every player has their weakness, so we're going to get into what I really saw in Jessie Bates as far as one of the problems that he has. Sometimes he takes a little too long to diagnose what he's seeing, and teams would use that to throw behind it and get over his head. When you're that deep safety, you cannot afford to be the guy that gives up the big play. And we're going to show you one of those instances where against Army, he did just that. Because Army was trying a trick play. They were trying a play action. They were trying to draw his attention, and they did it just that. That's something that Tom Brady has done to Steelers safeties over the years, and just trying to force them to freeze in the middle of the field so that one receiver can get behind him. You're going to see the quarterback's going to fake a handoff. He's going to be processing here. Jessie Bates is going to approach the line of scrimmage thinking, hey, I can at least, if anything comes over the middle, I can jump it, or if it's a run, I can help out. And what you're going to see is this guy on the slot, he's just going to challenge the middle of the field. The cornerback's not going to be able to run with him because he's expecting the safety help here. And you're going to see on this play just how Jessie Bates got distracted. So here you see there he is playing the middle center field safety again. That's what we're looking to see out of this guy. And you're going to see, watch how the play develops. Roll the clip and you see there's the play action, there's the looks. You see him trying to process. What's the offense doing? How can I help out? Where can I be underneath? And then look at that slot receiver just sneaking behind him, getting deep up the middle of the field. And that's when he realizes, oh goodness, I've been fooled. These are the type of plays that Jessie Bates got caught up in just a few too many times for his liking, and why he's going to be a late second to maybe a third round pick. Looking like what the projections are in the draft right now. But also impressive, look at how he catches up to the play. When he almost is able to make a play on the ball, he does challenge the receiver for what should be an easy touchdown, and it ends up being a touchdown. But he's able to have a good recovery speed, change directions, and attack the ball. That's something good that you can see athletically, that you can coach to get rid of these types of moments. And what you want to see out of this guy, though, is that when he's in those types of situations, you want to see comfort. You want to see command, a guy that can control the center field, play that center fielder like an Andrew McCutcheon or of some sort, and be the guy that knows that, hey, if you come into this area, this is my zone, I control it. So we're going to show you a play where he was able to get an interception. And Jessie Bates, when he is in his zone and he's comfortable with what he's doing, he really can get aggressive after the ball and make some interceptions happen. And when he gets the ball in his hands, he was a punt returner for Wake Forest as well. He can take it to the house. He doesn't do it on this play here, but you're going to see a deep post pattern. What's going to happen is Wake Forest is going to let this guy have this post pattern, and the quarterback's going to think, okay, I can challenge the deep middle of the field because Bates is over here. And Bates baits the quarterback into this throw and then makes a great jump on the ball, high points it, and then is able to get to returning the football like you see here. All right, so here you see red zone situation. They're trying to keep Army out the end zone here. Jessie Bates, he's that guy lined up on the 10-yard line furthest to the left. Now, watching the snap of the play, he immediately is going to jump out to the receiver that attacks his seam on the left side. And that's immediately you see where he turns. He kind of goes off the camera, but that's who he's guarding. The quarterback immediately says, okay, we sent two guys to the middle of the field. We're going to attack the guy on the right because Jessie Bates went to the guy on the left. Bates perfectly adjusts. He covers the guy on one side. Then as soon as he sees the ball, breaks and cuts right to it. Yes, these routes will be probably a lot sharper in the NFL, and the throw probably won't be as predictable. But these are the type of things he was able to make happen at a college level. He's able to play off of what quarterbacks are trying to do, read where he's trying to be fooled, and make those instinctual plays to make interceptions like this as a center fielder. This is what you want out of a guy to become your X factor guy that creates turnovers, change the game around, and can flip the possession that's deep in your zone and flip it to giving your offense the ball. So that's Jessie Bates III out of Wake Forest. He's a center fielding type of safety that could contribute early on for the Steelers. Now, one critique that we haven't gone over is how he contributes against the run. He's a smaller type of safety, being 200 pounds, 6'1". He's going to need to put some weight on to get to be effective in the NFL in that front. The Steelers love tackling safeties, although they do have that in Morgan Burnett and Sean Davis, two guys that are probably going to be playing a lot more in the box. With those guys in the box, you can expect Jessie Bates, if he's picked by the Steelers, to play that deep safety role at the second and third levels, basically helping in that center field spot where he looks very comfortable. The other encouraging part is that he only played 2 years of college football. That suggests that with as well as he was able to play for Wake Forest, he's going to be able to learn from veterans like Morgan Burnett, as well as young players like Sean Davis in Keith Butler's defense, and maybe become that X factor type of safety that creates turnovers for you and is able to flip the field from a deep red zone possession to getting Ben Roethlisberger the ball back so that the offense can get going. So that's where we think that Jessie Bates has value. He's probably going to be available in the late second round when the Steelers have a pick. If they haven't picked Justin Reed by then, that might be their guy. But if they wait until the third, he could be gone by the mid-third round because a lot of teams could use a young safety of his caliber. So be on the lookout. We have a lot of other content coming out about other draftees. We've already covered Justin Reed. We've got more linebackers coming up, maybe some more safeties, but we also got a few quarterbacks that we're going to be talking about here in Carter's Classroom and especially on DKPittsburghSports.com. But from Chris Carter here at DK Pittsburgh Sports, class dismissed.